The iPhone 17 Pro Max will likely be the thickest iPhone in years. According to current sources, Apple intends to expand the thickness of the cover to accommodate a bigger battery. This might have an impact on battery life and overall functionality. At the same time, the iPhone 17 Air is touted as a very small option. You can discover out what will change in the next iPhone generation, what technological facts have already leaked, and what this implies for customers. Apple seems to depend on two extreme design approaches in 2025. While the iPhone 17 Pro Max will be bigger to allow a larger battery, the iPhone 17 Air will be the tiniest iPhone ever, measuring only 5.5 millimeters. Apple seems to aim to cater to two distinct categories of users: those who prioritize performance and battery life, and those who seek an especially compact smartphone. The issue is whether this method will succeed or whether people will be turned off by the unique notion. According to leaker Ice Universe, the iPhone 17 Pro Max's case thickness will be 8.725 millimeters. For comparison, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is 8.25 millimeters thick. That may seem like a minor adjustment, but it is the largest rise since the iPhone 4S. The choice to make the smartphone bulkier is reported to be mostly about the battery. Apple seems to want to add a bigger battery to either prolong its life or enable new energy-intensive activities. The exact battery capacity is unknown at this time. A thicker casing allows for a bigger battery, but this does not guarantee a longer runtime. Apple might utilize the increased capacity to allow new features that need more power. These might be a brighter display, a more powerful GPU, or enhanced AI capabilities. If the battery size increases, there may still be benefits. In recent years, Apple has relied heavily on software optimization to increase battery life. A combination of more efficient technology and a higher battery capacity should let the iPhone 17 Pro Max survive substantially longer than prior generations. Aside from the iPhone 17 Pro Max's thickness, additional details have surfaced. The total dimensions are said to be 163 millimeters high and 77.6 millimeters broad. The display stays at 6.9 inches and is claimed to feature very thin bezels of just 1.15 millimeters. An intriguing detail is that the iPhone 17 Pro Max and iPhone 17 Air will have the identical physical factor. So the biggest difference is the thickness and the materials utilized. This might imply that Apple is pursuing a unified design philosophy in which devices are equipped with varied capabilities based on model. The iPhone 17 Air will be offered with the bulkier iPhone 17 Pro Max. It will be the thinnest iPhone ever, measuring just 5.5 millimeters in thickness. However, it will need to make some concessions. Apple is expected to opt with a simple design for the iPhone 17 Air. It will most likely just feature one rear camera, in contrast to the Pro version's sophisticated camera systems. Because of the tiny design, the battery capacity is expected to be severely constrained, resulting in a runtime that cannot match to the iPhone 17 Pro Max. The iPhone 17 Air is therefore intended at those who desire a compact and lightweight handset and can do without certain features. Furthermore, the dynamic island is reported to be retained for all four models, indicating that Apple is not ready to reduce or delete the pill. We anticipate that the less costly iPhone 17 and iPhone 17 Air will gain popularity as a result of the LTPO OLED improvement, but this may push people away from the Pro versions unless Apple provides special features that entice purchasers. We warn our readers to take this material with a grain of salt until additional facts are available, and we will return with more updates. As with prior years, Apple is expected to release numerous versions, including a premium Pro tier comprised of the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max. Also, as is customary, there are several speculations floating regarding what Apple may release in its product releases around that time. The Pro line's introduction of new features attracts a lot of interest from the rumor mill. The following is a summary of what rumor merchants, leakers, and experts believe will be released this autumn for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. As usual, Apple is expected to release two distinct versions in its Pro series. While the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone 17 Pro Max have identical characteristics, they vary significantly in size and other areas where physicality affects specifications. The latest generation iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max feature 6.3-inch and 6.9-inch displays, respectively. The Pro boasts a Super Retina XDR OLED display with a resolution of 2622 by 1206 pixels, while the Pro Max may reach 2868 by 1320 pixels. So far, it seems that display sizes will not change in the iPhone 17 generation. However, this does not imply that other aspects will stay static. For starters, a February rumor suggested that the iPhone 17 series will employ the same Samsung M14 OLED panel material set for all models, Pro and non-Pro. This turns out to be the same material combination utilized in the iPhone 16 Pro versions. This isn't the first promise of display uniformity. In December, a Weibo leaker stated that all iPhone 17 models will have promotion capability. This is a strange claim to make, given promotion has typically been a Pro-only feature used to distinguish between the two iPhone levels. That display might be improved in additional ways for the iPhone 17 generation. Another Weibo leak in March 2024 claimed that the front glass will be considerably stronger than previously, making it scratch-resistant. When it comes to Dynamic Island, the hardware feature supported by UI camouflage, there are differing views on whether it will alter this year. In January, expert Ming-Chi Kuo said that the dynamic island size should not alter at all. However, Weibo leakers said in February that the dynamic island in the iPhone 17 Pro Max might be reduced in size. Using a metal meta-lens to incorporate the receiver and transmitter into the true-depth camera array would lower the apertures by 1 to conserve space, resulting in a smaller element. The iPhone 16 Pro iteration sports a titanium chassis with a glass front and back, whilst the non-Pro utilizes aluminum and glass. This may not be the case with the iPhone 17 Pro. According to a source from November, Apple was planning to switch from a glass sandwich with a titanium filling to an aluminum frame. The modification might result in an increase in weight for end users to handle. The adjustment will not necessarily only affect the sandwich contents. According to the same source, the rear might have a part aluminum, part glass design rather than an all-glass back. This time, the reports concentrate more on the camera bump on the device's rear. This may also explain the speculations concerning material modifications. Early speculations on Weibo in December suggested that Apple might launch a new design for the camera bump. Instead of a square, Apple may employ a bar that extends over the back of the iPhone, arranging the cameras in a row. Each new year brings a new chip line, and 2025 should be no exception. Following the A18 and A18 Pro, the iPhone 17 Pro, Apple may include a better cooling system with the new chip technology, at least with the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Going back to January 2021, Ming-Chi Kuo said that Apple investigated using vapor chamber thermal technologies in an iPhone. By August 2024, Kuo anticipated Apple was planning to add further unique features to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, such as vapor chamber cooling. Vapor chambers employ liquid in a closed system that is heated at a source, causing the liquid to evaporate and spread throughout the chamber. This distributes the heat, lowering the thermals around the heat source, which in this instance is the chip die. The vapor condenses, returns to the wick structure, and is then cycled back to the heat source. Consumers would benefit from a chip that remains cooler for longer periods of time, because thermal management rapidly moves heat away from the chip. It's unclear if this will be a Pro Max-only feature. According to a source from January, the method would be used throughout the whole iPhone 17 range. While Apple may do this for the full iPhone 17 lineup, it is more likely that the technology will be employed just on the Pro versions, or possibly only the Pro Max. One problem of the system is that it needs a little more space to work, and the Pro model's camera bump reportedly may provide just enough area for it to become a reality. So, that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates.